Miss you
Dude,
guys.
what's up, guys?
Hey, what's poppin'?
Yo, what is up?
What's up, you guys? Hey guys, miss you.
No matter where you're watching from,
You're here. We're here.
let's get this thing started.
Well, welcome to Brownsbridge InsideOut. My name is Lauren, and I am so glad that you joined us. We are in week 2 of our series, While You're Waiting. And today, we're going to hear from our friends Zach and Madi. I'm really excited about today's message because they're going to talk about how their relationships have been impacted through quarantine and over these last few months as we faced COVID. They're going to talk about their relationships with their family and what those look like now. And we've all been spending extra time with our family. They're going to talk about their friends and how their friendships have evolved over these last few months. So I know you're going to resonate with some things that they say, and I'm so excited for you to hear from them. So let's go ahead and hear from Zach and Madi.
Hey guys, I'm Maddie Dunn. I'm a senior, and shout out to my small group, Kim Tracy and Linda Kilmer. Something that I really missed over this quarantine is our worship and just the community overall. There's nothing better than all gathering together in this church and worshiping God.
Hi, my name's Zach Trotter. I'm going to be a senior this next year. I go to Fellowship Christian School, and I'm in Aaron, Pacer, and Shane's small group. I think the thing that I missed the most about Inside Out during quarantine definitely has to be the worship, because I can still worship on my own, in my car, but there's nothing that can compare to the live worship here and just being right there in front of it. It's just unreal.
I would describe my relationships with my friends and my family as really good and strong. It's really hard when you're stuck in the house, with your parents, but on top of that, your siblings running around and being loud, your friends, it's really hard to understand that, in this season, hang out with them looks a little different. We're not able to go and see them as much as we were.
I would say my relationships when quarantine started were definitely the best they had ever been. And I think as quarantine went on, I definitely had my ups and downs in those relationships. And I definitely learned to be more patient with my family as I was around them a lot more often. And I think I learned from it all, and I grew from it all a lot.
One thing that I'm trying to do intentionally with my friendships is to check up on them. We're all in this together. I'm trying to FaceTime them at least once a week, making sure they're okay. And also, having more patience, kind of sitting back and taking a breather and realizing that we're all kind of feeling the same way.
I think one thing I could do as quarantine goes on to help those relationships would be to extend grace in all of those relationships, but specifically with my friends and family, because I'm around my family a lot more, and obviously they're gonna get on my nerves a little bit, but I need to learn to be okay with that and extend grace to them more.
If I had to start this season over, I would ask God to prepare me by giving me more patience and more trust. Trust because, we're in a season of unknown. We don't know why this is happening and what's going to happen next. So just kind of sitting back and let God do whatever he needs to do and know that it's going to work out for good. And patience because we don't know how long this is going to last.
I think if I were to start quarantine over again, I would probably want to ask God for more patience and lasting hope, because I need to be patient because I don't know when this thing's going to end. And I need to trust that he's got it in his hands. And I think I need more lasting hope because in the beginning, I definitely was very hopeful with it all. But as time went on and a lot more things started to get canceled and things were getting pushed back more, I started to lose that hope a lot. And I think hope is just one of those things that this world needs in these times.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am so grateful for Zach and Madi and for their vulnerability and their transparency and their honesty about what their relationships have looked like over these last few months. I really resonated with what they said about, extending a little more grace and a little more patience to our family members. We've been spending a lot of time with our family, so I think we could all learn something from them. You are actually going to answer these exact same questions with your small group, so go ahead and start thinking about your answers, thinking about what this has looked like in your life over these last few months, and we will see you back here next week.